Hey guys! Welcome back to the channel. So this is a vlog on my New Year's resolutions. If you guys have seen some of my other videos, I have done a New Year's resolution video the last couple of years, and so tradition, we're just doing another New Year's resolution video, except this time I think I'm going to actually review a little bit from last year's. A lot of my New Year's resolutions are actually similar to last year's and like kind of building off of it. So we'll kind of go through it as we review. I will put like a little clip right here of last year's video in case you didn't see it or you forgot, and we'll talk about it. As you can see, I'm very barefaced. This is my naked face. So yeah, I am gonna get ready to go out. So we're gonna do like another get ready with me / New Year's resolution video as we do. So I've already applied all of my skincare, and so we're just gonna start with the makeup. One thing that I have been doing since I came back from Korea a few months ago is doing double eyelids. For those that aren't familiar with monolids and double eyelids, I have monolids. And I am considering getting double eyelid surgery in Korea the next time I go back. So I actually got this glue here that's for double eyelid, I Talk Clear Gel. It actually works really well. I ordered this off Amazon. So I'm going to be putting this on. And while I'm putting this on, we're gonna have a little clip of last year's first New Year's resolution. So my first New Year's resolution is to be more grateful for the friendships and the people I have in my life. I tend to have a very dissatisfied, not personality, but like dissatisfied heart, I guess. I really have some awesome friends and awesome people in my life. And so just take a step back, be grateful for them, spend more time with them, be the first person to send an intentional text like, how are you doing? Been thinking about you, that kind of stuff. I'm not a words of affirmation, so that's gonna be a little difficult for me to give those, but I do want to challenge myself to be better. Okay, so this is me with the double eyelids. The first resolution that I had last year was to be more grateful and be intentional with my friends. I'll be very honest, I forgot that was a New Year's resolution that I had this past year. So I wasn't intentionally doing that. I think generally, just because of the season of my life, I have felt a lot more grateful for my friends, especially my really close friends, and have been trying to be more intentional in terms of like texting first, checking in, and just even being more vulnerable with them. And so I think that has happened kind of, but definitely not intentionally. But I think going off of that, this gets into my first resolution. I do want to just in general be in a mindset of gratitude. That's something that I've always kind of struggled with. Like I said in last year's video, I am just not a grateful person, and I know that I have a lot of things to be grateful for, but instead I tend to focus on things that I don't have, and it makes me really dissatisfied and unhappy. So there's like certain things I want to implement. Like I do want to create some sort of like gratitude journal for myself that I could do, a prompt, like a daily prompt I could do for myself to help remind me of being in a state of gratitude, to help remind me of the things that I could be grateful for. And so that's something that I am working on for me personally. And it all goes back to my friends. Like I do want to also be super grateful for my friends. I've met a lot of awesome people this year. Very grateful for them, the opportunities to meet them, but even more so really grateful for my close friendships because I love my friends. So yeah, so that is the first New Year's resolution. Not very quantitative, but it's a resolution. So then we're gonna move on. I always start with my eyes first before anything. I don't know if that's normal. Like I've said before, I'm not a makeup guru or anything. I just do what I can to make this look somewhat okay. So yes, the next thing I do is I do some eyebrow stuff. I don't honestly care too much about eyebrows. I just like to like color them in a little bit. So I just use this. It's the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in dark brown, I believe. Yeah. But I just like eyebrow pencils that have the little brush that come with it because I like brushing my eyebrows out. But yeah. So I just like color them in really quickly like that, and then brush. I don't really care too much. And then I'll go in and curl my eyelashes with this Shiseido eyelash curler that I've had for like a few years now, honestly. I change out these little rubber things every so often, but I love this curler, it's so good. That's also one thing that I like about having double eyelids is it makes my lashes stay up, because I have something that in Korean is called 속삼꺼풀, which means inside double eyelids, I guess. So I have like this thin layer, this thin sack of skin on top of my eyes, and it pushes my eyelashes down. So even though I can curl it and it'll stay up for a second, it always ends up falling. But with double eyelids, it doesn't. So I'm just gonna curl these. And after I curl them, I use mascara, of course. This is the Eye Edition from Etus. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. It is a Japanese brand. I bought it, the first one I had of this, I bought off Amazon, and I really loved it. So that when I went to Japan, I brought back like 3 or 4 of them because they're way cheaper in Japan. But I like it because it comes with like, if you can see it, it's like, the brush is a little bit different. I like that. And the what is it, like the liquid on the inside is really thin and light, so it doesn't like overweigh my mascara or my eyelashes. So I like that. And I hate it when mascara gets clumpy, but this one like does not clump at all. So I actually really like this mascara. But yeah, if you're looking for volume, it's not gonna really add volume. But yeah, you guys see it? But yes, awesome. It's Etus something, but I'll put everything in the description. All the makeup that I use, I'll put it in the description. And so the next is mascara. So the mascara that I use is from Etude House Line Fix in black. I got this one from when I was in Korea. It's okay. I'm still deciding if I actually like it. I think I like this. What is this? Like a pen? Like the liner pen. I definitely like the liner pen. It is really like sharp and thin, which is what I like. But yeah, it does stay on. So I will say that it does stay on, but I'm still figuring out if I like it. Right now it's been okay. While I put on this, we will review our look back at my second New Year's resolution. My second New Year's resolution is fitness goals. At the end of 2022, I started lifting. I finally touched a barbell. These are the like quantitative fitness goals. These are the goal numbers that I want to achieve by the end of 2023. Try to run a 5K this year. I would love to run a half marathon. With fitness, I really just want to focus on progress and seeing myself get better. I feel like that'd be really fun. So when I do mascara, I always do the wing tips first, and then I fill in on top of my eyes. I don't know if that's like standard procedure or something, but ta-da! Another nice thing about having double eyelids or like gluing these up is I don't have to use as much mascara. So my second resolution last year was lifting goals. I did actually reach those lifting goals. So at one point I did reach them or surpass them. However, in the last like few months of 2023, I actually ended up traveling so much that I wasn't able to consistently go to the gym and work on those goals or even maintain it. So I do think that at the end of 2023, like December 31st, 2023, if I were to do like lifting and trying to reach those goals, I probably wouldn't be able to. But you know, I kind of give myself a pat on the back because I did reach it at one point, like I peaked at that point. Yeah, so it's, you know, it's okay. It's all progress. And so I think for this year, going to my second resolution of 2024, I want to do similar things. I want to increase my lifting goals by a little bit. I'll put the numbers right here, the quantitative numbers of what these goals will look like. And I do want to reach those numbers, but I also do want to get into a consistent rhythm of working out and taking care of my body. Also with that was kind of like my fitness goals that I talked about last year, and I mentioned running. I wanted to do a 5K and would be super proud if I did a half. Well guys, I did a half. I know, it's wild. I still kind of like can't believe that I did a half marathon. But this past year in 2023, I actually went to San Francisco and ran a half marathon with a couple of friends, and I completed it. And so I surpassed the 5K thing. I did run a couple of 5Ks in 2023, but I ran a half. So with that, I am like particularly very proud of myself. If anything, I want to remain consistent with running. I think running has been really great for my mental health. And so I do want to stay consistent with it. I plan on signing up for 5Ks every now and then throughout the year to kind of keep me consistent and have sort of like a tangible like goal of, you know, I have this 5K coming up, so I should just make sure that I'm ready for it. So yeah, I'm actually really proud of my fitness goals from this past year. I feel like I achieved them. I did really well. I've seen progress. I feel good. I just feel good about my fitness goals. So yeah, so hopefully in 2024 that continues and I continue to grow in fitness and health. On to the next step. So we are gonna do some foundation. This is the foundation that I'm using currently. This is the Say, I think that's how you say it, the Say foundation, liquid foundation. Yeah, so far this is okay. Honestly, it's not my favorite. There's a couple of foundations that I like better than this one, but it's not bad. The coverage on it is pretty good, I will say. So what I started doing is I actually use this tool, this little like spatula knife tool, and I put it on my hand like that, and I put it on like this. I don't know if this is normal. I feel like I saw a YouTuber do this and that's why I bought this knife thing, but I don't know. So this is how it currently looks on my face, but I use this blending ball thingy and I'll just like dab it in. So yeah, blend it in. I actually used this last year in the same product last year in last year's New Year's resolution video. I still don't remember what it's called because the labeling always comes off, so I can't tell you, but like I said, everything's gonna be in the description down below and also be in some sort of cutscene that I'll probably edit into. It's like a double-sided thing. I'm gonna start with the blush first. And then I take that same little ball and I just use the other side. And dab, 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 dab. Make it look like someone's flirting with me and I'm being all bashful. Do I look bashful? And then after the blush, I don't do this all the time, but I'll do it this time for the sake of the video. I usually do this when I kind of feel like I really want to like do makeup. Or if I'm going somewhere like nice or something like that. But I've been trying to use eyeshadow a little bit more. I'm not an eyeshadow person. I'm just not a makeup person in general. I like do one makeup routine and just do that all the time. But when I was in Korea, I saw a lot of people with really pretty like eye makeup. And so it kind of inspired me to like try it out and yeah, and just experiment. So I got this little eye palette, this eyeshadow palette from Colorgram. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's from Colorgram. It's a little calculator type thing with a lot of like pinkish warm colors. I'm gonna do some eyeshadow on me. And while I do that, we'll review last year's 3rd New Year's resolution and 4th New Year's resolution. We'll just combine them. 3rd New Year's resolution. So one huge thing is I really wanna take a solo international trip. International trip seems kind of scary and exciting. I don't know. I just really had the thought that I want to try it out. Maybe it'll be a really good time for self-reflection, for myself, you know, grow a greater appreciation for traveling with people. Yeah, I just hear a lot of good things about solo traveling. Yeah, so that's something that I really want to do. I want to set that goal again of reading 4 books this year. Honestly, if I read 2 or more, 2 or 3, I'll be very happy. But yeah, just want to push myself to read more, read 4 books. Yeah, I want to read more. Okay, I don't know if you guys are watching me in the background, but I literally have no idea what I'm doing. I just like blend a bunch of colors that I think will go well together and put it on my eye and then put glitter on top. So it's very subtle. I don't really like super obvious harsh makeup, so I wouldn't do that with eyeshadow. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can even tell, if anything, but whatever. So yeah, so my third New Year's resolution from last year was to take a solo international trip. I kind of did, so I kind of have like checked it off as being done, because I went to Korea in November, and for the first half of my time in Korea I was actually by myself, so it kind of felt like a solo international trip. And then the second half I met up with a friend, and so yeah, so I feel like I kind of did. I do want to do like another like actual solo international trip by myself, where I'm there from like the day I land to the day I leave. I'm not gonna actually put that as a New Year's resolution for 2024 because I'm actually traveling a lot already, so I don't know if I'll even have time to do that this year realistically, but I'd like to say I checked that off from last year. The fourth resolution from last year, and also the third New Year's resolution for this year, is to read 4 books. So last year I did not read 4 books, but I read 3, which is better than the year before, and it's all about growth. Yeah, so I am proud of myself in the sense that I did read more than I did previously. So hopefully this year I can actually read 4 books. Last year really helped because I had a book club, kind of like, you know, encouraging myself to intentionally also read, take time to read, because I do think it's good for your brain, and you kind of take in information in a different way when you read, and so I do want that to be some sort of a habit. But yeah, so that is my third New Year's resolution of 2024, is to read 4 books. So this is all done now. I'm going to take this again and use the highlighting side. So I just use my finger to highlight, and I add areas to highlight. And the last step of my makeup routine is a setting spray. So this is the setting spray I currently use. It's the Make, Keep, Mist X Moist by Kose. Yeah, I got this in Japan when I went there a couple of months ago, and I've been really liking it. It's really light, and I feel like it also sets my makeup. So yeah, so I'm gonna spray this on my face, and while I do, let's review the last New Year's resolution of last year. This is New Year's resolution number 5. I want to build a PC. I unfortunately did not. I did start buying parts, but I haven't built the PC yet. So I am on the way to building the PC, but I didn't build it. So I didn't do that New Year's resolution, but I did start, so that's a good step. I do plan on building that PC this year once I get all those parts collected. I have some friends who said that they would help me and guide me through the process. I'm not gonna make that a resolution for this year, but I do have a new Year's resolution this year that I didn't have last year. But let me put on some lip stuff because my lips feel dry. So this is what I'm using right now. It is a lip essence. It's the Torriden. I don't know if I said that right, but it's their lip essence. I also got this in Korea when I went a couple months ago, and I've been liking it so far. It's just a simple like lip balm. So I'm gonna put this on my lips for now. I do hope to add color to my lips this year. Not a New Year's resolution, but just something that I wanna do. I'm just like not used to seeing color on my lips. I feel like I look weird. With these kind of lip balms, do you guys put it on your lips or do you guys use your finger like I just did? Leave it in the comments. Like I was saying, the New Year's resolution, it sounds very broad, but hear me out. I want to do things that I'm afraid to do, but have always wanted to do. Example, last year I started a Twitch channel. I started streaming games because I was already playing games and I thought, why not? But I've been wanting to do it, but I was way too afraid. I just didn't think like people would enjoy seeing me. I'm not good at games, you know, etc., etc. But then I ended up just doing it, really pushing myself and just doing it, and it ended up being probably one of the best decisions I made last year. And so I think in that same line of thinking, this year I really want to do the things that I've always wanted to do and dreamt about and aspired to do, even if I'm afraid. Like just do it type thing. And so one of those things is actually to start my own LLC. I've been wanting to apply for an LLC, kind of starting my business with various things. I do a couple of freelance gigs. I do some coaching, you know, things like that. So I wanted to start that. I've been afraid to do that, but I don't know, I just think I just need to do it. And so that's one thing that I want to do this year. making steps towards a coffee shop and just like what I want to do in coffee. I've always wanted to own my own coffee business, whether that starts as a coffee cart, as a pop-up type thing, or actually to have my own brick and mortar. One of those ideas is actually to do some sort of like coffee event in my apartment where I invite a couple of friends over and I serve them coffee. But those are things that I'm afraid of doing because I'm insecure or have doubts and all that kind of stuff. So all that to say, I hope that this year I can do things that I'm afraid to do and to just do it and experience it. If I fail, it's like, that's part of life, you know? But what's worse is never having tried. So yeah, as I'm saying that, I'm getting scared. That is the New Year resolution for this year in 2024. So that's my makeup get ready with me routine. I just need to change my clothes. I have a really bad habit of changing my clothes after my makeup. I should do it before, but anyways, I have to go change my clothes and then head out. But again, thank you guys so much for hanging out, listening to my New Year's resolutions. If you guys have New Year's resolutions, please put them in the comments. I would love to hear like what you guys are working towards, or even how your last year went, how 2023 was for you. I would love to hear that, and also just to support and encourage one another throughout all of this, because life is a growth process, right? But yeah, thanks again so much for hanging out. If you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe to me, comment down below whatever you want. But yeah, thank you again so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one. Bye.